EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Well, the waiting is over. We are about to get started here today. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We'll be calling the action for you. Frank, the golfers look ready to go. And as someone who's been in this situation yourself, what sorts of things are you thinking about before starting the round?
Rhythm, I think, is a big key at TPC Sawgrass, Rich. You've got to keep your rhythm. You don't actually hit a lot of drivers out here, so position is really the first thought that you'll have. Get that ball in the right position. It is very much a second shot golf course.
That is green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. What a putt. Just missed, Frank. That's cruel. -1. And where we going? Nice scoring opportunity here. 532 yards, par 5, second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or a 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
Momentum, all in his favor.
Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
And high flags lifting that man. Just a couple of feet. Good catch, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to like to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
It's a sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus. Nicely hit. Fourth birdie of the day.
Frank, what do you think think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Eagle attempt on the left. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 7th hole here at TPC SAWGRASS, generally placed into the green, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pop bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. A bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
We'll be pretty happy with that one. About 20 feet away, good spot. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see 2 par 5s back to back. So the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
As this putt for birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. That is 9 under for the day. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC SAWGRASS. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting circle.
That's well played. Good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Too much and not too little. Perfectly played into the center of the cup. Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player. It's obvious in full flight.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it. When you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing over your subconscious. Everything happens. It just flows, and you don't really think about it. That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Seems to like it. On the par 4 with a drive in 1. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch. It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes, it's an extra shot and will definitely hurt.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Knocking down all the shots. 13 under. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for two that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. See more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Wow, he moved that a long way right in the fairway. Frank, this is one of the most exciting shots on the golf course, the second here at the par 5 11.
Very, very narrow green. Big bunker that covers all the way on the right side. But that bunker actually saves you. It stops you going in the water.
And this will be a 5-foot putt. Didn't think this was possible. 200 points already. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball in the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway or the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
And it makes the green in regulation. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contour. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be careful.
And inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Workman-like hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, 14 is so often a pivotal hole here at the TPC Sawgrass.
It is, Rich. And when you see a player hit two shots comfortably on this green, you think, what's all the problems about 14? But when you see someone stray left or stray right, you realize that 14 is a real bad. Fine.
17 for most professionals, Frank, is a wedge or at most a 9-iron. That's a simple shot. What makes it so difficult?
Well, several things. The fact that the color of the hazard is yellow, which is a water hazard, so if you know your rules, then if that ball lands on the green and pitches in the lake, you have to go to a drop zone. You don't get to just drop it on a piece of land. And so even for the best players in the world, there's intimidation and there's embarrassment at stake.
You know what I love about 17? It is really simple. Wet or dry, and on Sunday afternoon late, win or lose. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good shot right there.
That's a dirty blitz again.
Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the screen, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, we'll finish well away from the hole.
Nice drive, right in the fairway. Good swing on that one. There's glory. And then there's gory at 16. You hit it right, you rinse it, it's over.
Yeah, if you come a little bit out of this shot, if you don't complete your backswing, that water's just going to come into play.
Good swing right there. A great result. And now a chance for a big swinging momentum with a meter coming up. How early in the shot at 17.
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way.
And that's how you play the game, right there.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, do you buy the old adage, ride for show, putt for dough?
Oh, his putting's a great equalizer, Rich.
Wow, I didn't expect that. Just a couple of feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.